Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. Today I will show you how you can conduct a remote capture of a machine that is not necessarily within LAN or within the range of your wireless card. In the previous tutorials I have shown you how you can actually conduct a remote capture of all the traffic that is up in the air around you, provided of course that it is in the range of your wireless card and provided of course that you do have the necessary decryption keys. This was done through the managed mode of a network card. We will not need it in this tutorial, primarily because the machine from which we will be capturing traffic can be anywhere else in the world. So we are capturing traffic over it that will be sent over the internet to us. What this means is that you can be in Germany, let's say in Berlin, and the other machine can be in Tokyo, and you will be able to stream the network information over the internet to your machine in Berlin and capture and analyze traffic in Wireshark there. Now, depending on the amount of traffic and depending on the available bandwidth, this can be either slow or fast, depends how you do it, but it is possible to do it, and that is what I want to demonstrate today. Now, there are prerequisites. There are a few things that you're going to need if you wish to be able to fully follow through this particular tutorial. The very first thing that we will need is a protocol called SSH. Now, SSH is a tunneling protocol, and it will ensure that all the traffic transmitted from the machine in Tokyo to machine in Berlin will be heavily encrypted. So even though somebody could be in the middle of your communication, in the middle of the communication between two machines and capture the traffic, they won't be able to do anything with it. I have shown you in the previous tutorials how encrypted traffic looks like, and as you could have seen, there isn't much that you can actually do with it. You can extract bits and pieces of information, but you cannot actually get the data itself without the decryption keys, of course, and the chances of somebody getting the decryption keys are very slim to none, and of breaking the encryption, and in order to break the encryption without decryption keys, I mean, it would take an eternity of time to brute force it or something of a kind. Anyway, I will show you how to install this. You will need this on both machines, not just on one. So key thing to note here is that you will need it on both machines. Fairly easy to install. I will show it to you in the follow-up tutorial. But for the time being, you will also need you will need additional things. So TCP Dump is next. TCP Dump. It works in a similar fashion as Wireshark's command line, Tshark. You just pass arguments to it and it can capture traffic, filter it, pipe it, etc. This will only need to be installed on a remote machine where the capture will be performed. You will not need this on your destination machine, as you will be using Wireshark there. I will show you how to install TCP Dump as well, but on Linux machines, TCP Dump in all likelihood is installed, like 90% chance. And I am using TCP Dump primarily because in 90% of cases it will be installed on Linux machines. This is for ease of use. You can also use Tshark here, but most of the time you're not sure, and in all likelihood it will not be installed on the remote machine. I have shown you how to install Tshark as well, so that's not a big deal. Basically just install Wireshark and it comes packaged with it. But we will be using TCP Dump on a remote machine, and you will not need to install it there, of course, as it will be installed. But I will show you the installation procedure just in case that it is not installed. You will see the command for it is pretty simple. There won't be any complications there. Next up, you will need to be able to configure Wireshark in order to capture traffic not on any of your interfaces. Rather, instead, we will need to create a named pipe for Wireshark. It is a file from which it will extract information and display it in the graphical user interface, where you will be able to analyze it, filter it, and do pretty much whatever you want with that. I will show you how to make that file. Pretty simple as well. No complex stuff there. The biggest problem is establishing an SSH connection and making sure the data is encrypted and that there is a steady flow due to bandwidth and such things. So we will need to pass some extra arguments to TCP Dump in order to ensure that our data is streamed in a proper manner. Now we will also need to configure SSH just a bit on one end, so on the source machine in Tokyo. That is where we will need to configure SSH to allow for root logins, because keep in mind, for all these operations you need to be either root, or you need to have sudo or your user needs to be in sudoers file, so it can have root permissions. In any case, that would be it. This was an introductory video to what we shall do here. If you don't have the prerequisites, you can try and get them on your own. Try to do it. As the installation procedures are the same with any other packet that we've installed thus far, you can try doing it yourselves. I would strongly advise that you do so. And then in the next tutorial, I will show you how you can actually do this. So if you have had any problems with it, you may refer to the tutorial and see, okay, I didn't do this the right way, or I didn't do that the right way, and in such a way you will be able to learn better. So I bid you farewell, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial.